Today I'm going to be ranking Roblox tower defense games, a totally original idea. Now I'm sure you've seen this type of video a million times, so what makes mine so special? Well, for one thing, I have 20 games to rank, and here's how I'm going to rank them. I have 6 categories and I'm going to rank them on a scale of 1 to 5. I'm then going to add them all up and that's their final score. One more thing before we start, just remember that this ranking is very flawed and not serious at all, and everyone has their own opinion. Now, let's get straight into the video. First up and dead last is Toilet Tower Defense. And this is probably very obvious if you've seen my last video. This game is just a cash grab, not to mention all the terrible paths and animation. Next up in number 19 is Meme Tower Defense. This is another pay-to-win game with absolutely ridiculous prices for the game passes. The only reason this game is above Toilet Tower Defense is that it isn't Skibidi Toilet. Now in number 18 we have World Defenders. This game feels like the developer took a bunch of free models together and put them in one game, and it just feels super messy. Moving on to number 17 is the House Tower Defense. I have the same complaints for this game as I did the last game, and when you join the game, it's just all Robux items. Number 16 is Skibidi Defense. Now you're probably thinking, why is this game above Toilet Tower Defense? It's because this game is less pay to win, but that doesn't mean this game isn't bad. Boring map design and very repetitive. Up at number 15 we got Ultimate Tower Defense. Ultimate Tower Defense is an anime tower defense game made by Nitristic. It was originally called Superhero Tower Defense, but jumped on that anime bandwagon when All-Star Tower Defense started getting popular. This game does get pretty repetitive after a bit, which is why it's at the number 15 spot. Plus, if you want to play an anime tower defense game, just play All-Star. Moving up a spot to number 14, we have Base Tower Defense. This game feels like it's stuck in the past, which isn't a bad thing, but it does mean pretty standard maps and animation. In number 13, we have Cube Tower Defense, one of the more OG tower defense games out there, and it still gets updates to this day. And the only reason this game is below top 10 is because the enemies are literally just cubes, even though it is the point of the game. Now in 12th place we have Cheese Tower Defense, and there really isn't anything else to say besides Giga Gobbler. But besides that, this game is mid all around. Up in 11th place is Anime Last Stand. This game tried to success ACD when it was on a low, and it does do that on some aspects, but what it fails to do is have a little creativity. I mean, the reason ACD succeeded so much is because back then there wasn't any other game quite like it. But now, I'd say that half of all tower defense games nowadays is based on anime. Now getting into the top 10, we have Pixel Gun Tower Defense 3, which is probably a surprise for most of you because this game is just an April Fool's game, and half of the people playing this game are just stuck in the lobby gambling. But people are playing it more than the OG, so it has to be better, right? Once you get into a game, it has a very unique feature, in which the units and their weapons are separated, so you can mix and match however you want. And the maps are pretty nice with little details, which is why I think it deserved the number 10 spot. Now in number 9 we have Roblox Tower Defense, which is just an absolutely fun tower defense game, and you can't go wrong with it, especially when playing with friends. That's really all to say about this game. It's just a nice fun game to play with friends. Going to 8th place is Doom's Tower Defense, which is doing what Roblox Tower Defense is trying to do too, which is make a tower defense game with a classic Roblox feel to it, and in my opinion, Doom's Tower Defense just does it a little bit better. In the 7th place we have World Tower Defense, a very unique take on tower defense where you put your units directly into the line of fire, which makes for a very fun experience. The maps are very wide and don't have much in them. Now going into the 6th place, we have Tower Battles, the OG tower defense game. It is amazing, and the only reason it's not higher is because it's been a while since the last update. Now we're finally heading into the top 5 with Tower Heroes, the cutest tower defense game around. You will never see another tower defense game like it. Now in number 4, we have the OG anime tower defense game, I think, which is ASTD. I'm sure a lot of you in the tower defense community hate All-Star Tower Defense because it ruined tower defense games. But OG ACD was incomparable to other tower defense games. I remember going home from school and immediately playing ACD with the boys. Nowadays, this game fell off hard, but that's just because a certain game company bought it. But this game in its prime was nothing short of the best tower defense game on Roblox. Fight me. Now we're finally in the top 3 with Tower Blitz, an amazing tower defense game, and it also holds a special title. First tower defense game on Roblox with upgrade paths. In number 2, we have TDX. If there's any other tower defense game that's worthy of taking TDS's throne, it's this game. And it isn't even a year old yet. So excited to see how much this game grows within this year, because so far it's been amazing. Now, finally in the number 1 spot is Tower Defense Simulator, which is probably not a surprise to you all, but it's safe to say this is the best tower defense game on Roblox. Everything from the maps to the animation is absolutely perfect. Yeah, that's it. Bye.